Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I don't give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing about time. Doing about time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Sports World Radio. I hope everybody's having a great day today, the Tuesday edition of Sports World Radio. We're going to have a lot of fun today. I am the host, Jeff Escow. We're going to take you on another 2-hour sports journey like we do each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West. And if you live in the Central...
figure it out for yourself, especially for people who are White Sox fans who got lucky to win a bet against me. And you too, A-Royd.
I love how you say that, dude. We got it now. We're going to have a lot of fun. That's right. If you live in the Central, figure it out for yourself. Let's get all the particulars out of the way, and then we'll get started with the show. You can reach us at Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. If you haven't liked our Facebook page, please do that now or after the show. And then also... Look at Josh. Josh says, say it again, Sean. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, right.
I love that, dude. I had to turn my mic off so everybody can hear it without the AC in the back. I love that. That's freaking awesome. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. You can send us a message that way on Twitter at Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. You can also come and hang out in our chat room over at Spreaker.com, Spreaker, Spreaker.com. When you get over there, get yourself a free account. After you sign up, type in Sports World Radio. The show will show up. Click the live button. Then click the bubble all the way over to the right after the live shows up at the bottom of your screen. And you'll be in the chat room. You can chat away with us and ask us questions. Or reach us on Skype at Sports World Radio Show. We're on Skype at Sports World Radio Show. Those are the ways to get in touch with us. Also, swrshow@gmail.com is our email address. swrshow@gmail.com is our email address. So those are the ways to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. Don't forget, we got a contest going on for an intro. We're looking for a new intro here, so make it 60 seconds long. Hey, Shaba, 60 seconds long. No curse words. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann must go in there. Otherwise, you got carte blanche. Use any music you want. No curse words, 60 seconds long. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann must be in there. Also, don't forget to sign up for our sports shorts, SWR Sports Shorts. You get to hear what we talk about during the commercial breaks. That's right. And sometimes the commercial breaks are better than the show. In fact, before we came on the air, Sean and I were having a really kick-ass discussion, so you got to head over there and listen to that. I know Shaba has it, and he loves it. He's digging it. Josh is digging it, and there's a whole bunch of other people digging it. Head on over to sportsworldradio.com/sport shorts. That's sportsworldradio.com/sport shorts. And sign up today for SWR Sport Shorts. And listen to what we're talking about during the commercial breaks. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. With all that being said, what do you say, hey, we bring in that rat bastard hump of ours, the co-host of the show, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on there, my friend?
I'm doing good, Jeff, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sports World Radio on this Tuesday, August 4th, 2015 at 6:08 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:08 p.m. on the West. Shout out to Laura, shout out to Shaba, shout out to Josh. Weather right now is about 91 degrees, kind of a not too bad. It's kind of been, of course, yesterday smoky and hazy, but it's not that bad. Been cool today. Actually, wait a minute, not 91. It's in the 80s. Thank you, Aaron Wright, for screwing me up. Just kidding. Jeff, how you doing?
I'm doing good. As you can hear, I have the air conditioner on. It's freaking hot as hell out here, and I'm not going to sit in a sauna for 2 hours, so I'm leaving the AC on today. I'm sorry about that, but I have to be nice and comfortable. Like the boss says, I said to Sean when I called him, I said, hey, you can hear that the AC is on. He says, hey, that's all right. You got to be comfortable and hydrated, so don't worry about it. So I said, okay, boss. And that's what I got. That was the reaction that Sean gave me after I said that. Right, buddy?
That's right. That's right.
So you want to know something? I don't listen to the show back, so I have no idea what it sounds like with the air conditioner on. I have no idea what the show sounds like with the AC on. I don't even know if you guys can hear it. I have no clue.
Doesn't bother me if it's on or off.
It's got to be on because I was sweating, man. It's got to be at least 95, 99 degrees out here today. Easy. It's freaking hot. And that means if I turn the air conditioner off, it'll be 115, 120 in here in about 35 minutes. And that ain't working.
Ladies and gentlemen, 9 minutes after the hour, the first story of the day, Jeff, we get to, since we're doing well and everybody's getting to going here, we start with the NFL. According to USA Today Sports, this writer by Nate Davis, USA Today Sports, the free agents have signed, the rookies have arrived, the suspensions have been doled out and appealed to federal court, and now the NFL players are back to work with training camps open around the league. Now that each team's circumstances are generally solidified, USA Today Sports projected the results of all 256 regular season games to create one snapshot of how the 2015 NFL regular season could play out before injuries, firings, and Murphy's Law take their role. We start with the NFC East. Here we go. Jeff, you ready?
Yep, go ahead, brother.
Philadelphia Eagles are favored to be 10-6 this year. Chip Kelly went 10-6 during his first two seasons. Why not now?
Okay, okay, hold on a second. Time out.
Uh-huh.
Who was making these predictions?
I believe it would be Nate Davis of USA Today Sports.
Nate Davis of USA Sports. Not of USA NFL Sports, of USA Sports.
USA Today Sports.
This guy don't know crap.
He said Philadelphia Eagles will be 10-6. Why not now? They got Sam Bradford, running back DeMarco Murray, a new-look defense, etc.
Big freaking deal. I don't care.
Second place goes to a team that we all know has had some epic 8-8 finishes. That would be the Dallas Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Second place, Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, do me a favor. Stick the link in this chat room so I can curse this guy out.
I knew this was going to happen. Hold on. Okay. Here you go, everybody. Boom.
Because I don't like that one bit. I don't like that one bit.
The Dallas Cowboys. First month could be telling minus suspended defensive end Greg Hardy and MLB Rolando McClain as D faces four potential elite offenses. The Giants, the Eagles, the Falcons, the Saints. Without DeMarco Murray, eating the clock on its behalf.
Hey, so he's got the Cowboys sitting at 8-8 again.
Yes.
Well, I'm okay with that. He's got them sitting at 8-8.
Third place goes to a team that has had two epic 6-10 finishes the last 2 years.
This guy's a schmuck. Okay? This guy's a schmuck. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't like this guy. What's this guy's name? Nate. Hey, Josh, send an email to this idiot. Okay? I want this idiot on the show.
Cowboys at 6-10, the Redskins at 4-12.
This guy's smoking some serious dope. He's almost as bad as freaking Skip Bayless.
The Giants. How effective will defensive end Jason Pierre-Paul be after his accident? Can rookie tight end Edric Flowers protect Eli Manning's blind side? Can they establish run or even stop it? A lot to figure out, no matter how well they check it.
That's okay. They're going to be fine. It's the third year under McAdoo's offense. This is when it's all going to click. Watch what's going to happen. 6-10. Scratch my ass.
Last place goes to a team that has had
Well,
disastrous
he's right about
season
that.
last year, the Redskins.
Well, I agree with him on that. At 4-12, you bet
Yep.
your sweet petunias. Okay,
Next
I'll do the NFC North.
Okay, go ahead. Fire
Okay.
away.
Okay, over in the NFC North, you know what? Over at the NFC North, he's got the Packers sitting at 12-4. They open on the road against hated Bears before hosting Seahawks at home in an NFC title game rematch. Two big games to wash bile from last season out the collective palate, while potential mapping route to top seed. So basically, he's got the Packers winning the whole thing in the NFC. Pretty much, with that statement right there. Then, surprisingly enough, this guy's got the Vikings at 10-6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Then he's got the Lions sitting at 7-9. And Josh, I don't know if you saw this. I'm pretty sure you did, because you're the one who probably sent this to Sean. He's got the Bears sitting at 3-13.
I actually found the story.
Oh, so Josh hasn't seen this yet?
Josh and I, as we always do on our Skype conference calls, posted on his Facebook, Jeff. If you are on your Facebook now, you can see the post that he said about USA Today Sports.
Yeah, he posted. So he's got the Bears sitting at 3-13, and this is what he says about it: the defense will look almost entirely different in terms of personnel and scheme. They can only hope quarterback Jay Cutler looks entirely different from 2014's version under new coaching staff. You better hope and pray. He's got them winning at 3-13. He's got them at 3-13. That's terrible. That's, you know what? As Charles Barkley would say, that's terrible.
Before we get to the next division, Ryan Stickablazing came on the chat room and said, "Oh no, it's the annoying Giant fan thinking he knows everything about sports. By the way, I don't appreciate you giving me the nickname Mr. Dick."
Mr. Blazing, it's about time you got the balls enough to show in the chat room.
What a scaredy cat. He finally shows up.
You know something? I'm going to do something. I'm going to say something to you. Welcome to the show. Welcome to a real sports talk radio show. How about them apples right there?
The next division is the NFC South. First place goes to a team that won the division last year at 7-8-1. That would be the Carolina Panthers, who will be 11-5. Cam Newton is healthy from a mind, body, and bank account perspective. He and his formidable defense will also face just 4 playoff teams from last season.
Really? Listen, he's got them sitting at 11-5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's right.
So he's got them predicted better this year than they were last year. Hey, Ryan, if Colin was actually a real sports host, then how come he's not doing a show no more? Huh? Whistle me that one, Dixie boy.
Second place goes to a team that Shabba likes, and it's his favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. They lost their final 5 games at the Superdome in 2014 and still finished 7-9. Don't expect that streak to continue, especially with a favorable schedule and theoretically improved run game and defense for New Orleans Saints.
I think the Saints are going to be better than 10-6. Actually, I think the Saints are going to be 11-5, and the Panthers are going to be 10-6. But that's just me.
Shabba, that is directly addressed towards you about what this USA Today sports writer said, that the Saints be second place. Third place goes to a team called the Atlanta Falcons. New coach Dan Quinn is probably a long way from acquiring the talent and personnel that fit the defensive.
What happened to Sean? Oh, looks like we lost. Hey, looks like Sean's internet went down. How about them apples? Are you there, buddy?
I'm still here.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, okay, so we're talking about the Atlanta Falcons.
Yep.
Being in third place, being 4-12 is probably a long way. This is Dan Quinn, who will be the new head coach, from acquiring the talent and personnel that fit the defensive scheme and philosophy he honed in Seattle.
Hey,
it could be a rough start.
Hey, Ryan, if you have Skype, why don't you give us a call at Sports World Radio Show? Call on in. I would love to have you call on in. Hey, Sean.
Yo.
Mr. Blazing, or Mr. Dick, as I like to call him, says, I think the Saints will be 6-10. Garoppolo will be better than Breeze this year. Go Patriots. So at least you and him have something in common. You're both stinking Patriot fans.
Yeah, we do have something in common. It's just the problem with him being a stinking Cavaliers fan.
That's because he's a LeBron James fan. That's all. That's all that is. He's kind of like Andrew in that sentence there. If LeBron was on San Antonio, he'd be a San Antonio fan. If LeBron was on the Clippers, he'd be a Clippers fan. Both of them, just like Andrew and Ryan.
18 minutes after the hour. Fourth place goes to a team that just drafted Jameson Winston in the NFL draft. He could begin, Jameson Winston, with 1-0 record by beating fellow Heisman winner Marcus Mariota in opener. But the Buccaneers play 4 of the next 6 on the road before hitting teeth of their schedule.
He's got them sitting at 4-12, man. He's got the Falcons and the Bucs sitting at 4-12 this year.
Yes, and the Panthers much improved, being 11-5 with Ron Rivera as head coach.
That's pretty crazy.
I
don't see the Falcons going 4-12. Seriously, with Matty Ice, you're going to go 4-12? Really?
Yep.
So basically, what you're saying is Matty Ice is as good as Jameson Winston because they're both going 4-12. That's not right. That's not right at all, man. Not one stinking bit. Not one stinking bit. Over in the NFC West, he's got the Seattle Seahawks sitting at 12-4 right now. Okay, he's got the Los Angeles Rams, as I like to call them, sitting at 10-6. The Cardinals at 9-7, and just like our producer and program director of the show, he's got the 49ers at 5-11. And I kind of agree with Josh and Nate on this. 49ers are doomed this year. They're lucky to win 5 games.
Well, remember what we said yesterday on the show, that the 49ers are facing a new head coach, new offensive system. They lost Frank Gore. They've lost some key pieces to their team. Colin Kaepernick is in for a long season. San Francisco.
And not only that, the 49ers are facing the AFC North and the NFC North this year. Those are 2 tough divisions that you're going to be facing. So you got a little bit of a problem. And all the players and the coaches that you lost up, you're lucky if you win 5 games this year. Way lucky if you win 5 games.
Ryan Blazing says, Jeff, I agree with this USA Today sports article. He has great football insight. The Giants should be 6-10, missing the playoffs like they always do.
Of course you agree with this guy. Both of you are schmucks. Just because you're in the chat room don't mean I'm going to stop talking about you. Okay? Just because you actually showed up doesn't mean I'm going to stop talking about you. I'm going to talk about you whether you're here or whether you're not here. I don't give a flying fig Newton. Remember that, douchebag.
AFC East. We go from the NFC conference to the AFC conference. First place in the AFC East goes to a team that won the Super Bowl last year, of course, dealing with Deflategate. Remember, they started 2-2 last year with Tom Brady, plus Darrelle Revis, Vince Wilfork, and Shane Vereen in the lineup.
They don't have any of those guys left except for Tom Brady.
Right. Whether Brady plays out of the chote or not, the rest of the AFC East appeared too close on the Pats this offseason, but still the Patriots would win the AFC East. The Buffalo Bills would be 10-6. This would be the first-year head coach Rex Ryan, who just came from the Jets, and then he went up to Buffalo. They missed the playoffs. They missed snapping 15-year playoff drought last year. Are Rex Ryan, LaShawn McCoy, and Percy Harvin, plus still loaded defense, enough to get them back into January, Jeff, with the Buffalo Bills?
Buffalo Bills sitting at 10-6. Dolphins sitting at 10-6. And
yep.
Jets sitting at 7-9. The Jets is probably right at 7-9 because Who the hell knows who's going to quarterback that freaking team? Geno Smith ain't going to do nothing over there.
I'll predict it's going to be Geno Smith.
Yeah,
I think
but come on.
Todd Bowles that he's going to go with Geno to be the starting quarterback. And they have Ryan Fitzpatrick, but that's their main problem is the quarterback problem.
Listen. You're saying that the Patriots are going to go 11-5?
Yep.
Okay, if Tom Brady doesn't play in the first 4 games, they're going to go 0-4, and you're in trouble.
Yeah.
It's not like Tom Brady was there last year and you were 2-2. Okay, Tom Brady's coming in at 0-4 in Week 6, facing the Colts. Come on. It's not going to be easy to hold the road when the Patriots are going to be 0-4 and Tom Brady comes back. In fact, I'd like to see the Patriots 1-3 when Tom comes back. At least they can beat the Cowboys.
My view is that if the Patriots go 1-3 or 0-4 to start the season,
You got a problem.
I might as well just focus on NHL hockey season and the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics for the NBA.
You know, and the Dolphins just might surprise everybody. I'm not a Ryan Tannehill fan, but they got Dominic Sue on the defense now. It's going to be hard to run against that team up the middle now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
Jeff, the next division for you, that if you want to go over it, would be the AFC North Division.
The AFC North Division's next, right? This is a really wacky division because we have a friend that hangs out in this division, and I am a fan of a team in this division. You've got the Ravens sitting at 10-6. Okay.
They still have Joe Flacco,
And they have a new offensive coordinator in Mark Trestman this year. Okay, they've had 4 offensive coordinators in 4 seasons. And this guy still has them sitting at 10-6. That could be a little rough. It could be a little rough. You know what? I actually think the Bengals are going to win this division. I actually think the Bengals are going to be 10-6 and the Ravens aren't. I'm reversing my path here. Okay, I think the Bengals are going to win this division. I think it's Andy Dalton's time.
Yeah, but the question is, he could get them to a winning season with Andy Dalton.
He's got to get. It's the playoffs, correct?
Yes, he can't get the monkey off his back just to win one playoff game.
Well, he's going to do. He's going to do it this year. In fact, Tony Romo is going to be sitting at home watching him doing it this year. How about that? How about that for a prediction right there, Mr. Blazing? Okay? Tony Romo is going to be sitting at home watching Andy Dalton playing in the playoffs this year. How about them apples? You like those apples? Good, because those are some tasty apples. And then he's got the Steelers sitting at 8-8.
That doesn't make Wes happy at all.
I'm sure it doesn't make Wes happy at all. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the Steelers sitting at 8-8 because at 8-8 they don't make the playoffs. So I'm okay with that. And you know what that means? After Pittsburgh after the Pirates get knocked out of the playoffs and the Steelers get knocked out of the playoffs, what does that mean?
It means that you win the bet against Wes, and it means that Skippy was all wrong about the Cleveland Browns.
Correct. And the Cleveland Browns, they got them sitting at 5-11. That's about right. And Johnny Manziel doesn't play at all. Or if he does, he's the 5-11 guy. And that proves to you that he's not an NFL quarterback. And he's not. He's going to be doing what Tim Tebow's going to be doing. Working for ESPN, doing SEC football. Okay? That's what he's going to be doing. Mark my words.
27 minutes after the hour, here is the AFC South Division.
Oh, look at Ryan. He says that the Pirates should be in the World Series this year. Watch out. What are you smoking?
And he says that it's sad. I'm a better broadcaster than all of you, even your overrated Chicagoan producer of yours.
You know, that's why you're not on the air. That's why you don't have a radio show and I do. That's the difference between me and you. I have a radio show and you don't.
Didn't you get your butt fired a couple weeks ago there, Ryan Stickup Blazing, because you don't know how to do anything right? I rest my case.
How about them apples?
The AFC South, first place, goes to a team that's got great expectations to possibly be in Santa Clara for the Super Bowl. That would be the Indianapolis Colts. It seems, though, again, benefit from playing in the league's weakest division. And if their incremental pattern of success under coach Chuck Pagano and quarterback Andrew Luck holds, they'll reach Super Bowl 50.
Reach Super Bowl 50. Lots of luck. I hope so.
Well,
I hope
Colts
so.
improved their team in the offseason.
I hope so. I hope so. I'd like to see him. Every year, Andrew Luck has gotten further in the playoffs, correct? He's been there. He's been in the league for 3 years, and every year he's progressed in the playoffs, correct?
Yeah, more than Tony Romo.
Okay. Exactly. So, 12-4, he should in the AFC. He should progress to the next level this year, which is the Super Bowl, correct?
Correct.
So let's hope so.
Second,
I would like to see him in the Super Bowl. I really would. But I don't know if it's going to happen.
I don't know either. It depends if they can get past Peyton Manning and the Broncos, or maybe Tom Brady and the Patriots. That's if New England makes.
I happen to think that this is the Colts' division to lose. Texas don't have a chance. Jags don't have a freaking chance in hell. And the Titans, with Marcus Mariota, forget about it. This is the Colts' division to lose. If they screw it up and lose this division, they got nobody to blame but themselves. Okay? Texas really don't have a freaking quarterback. Okay? The Jags got a second-year quarterback in Bortles. And the Titans have a first-year quarterback. This is their division to lose.
Yeah, before we go to the first commercial break, when you think about it, their division to lose. You got the Texans at 8-8. The Jacksonville Jaguars expected to be 6-10 this year, and the Tennessee Titans 4-12.
Exactly. Hey, let's run to our first commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Now, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk right here on SportsWorldRadio.com, 6 o'clock on the east, 3 o'clock on the west, and if you happen to live in the central.
If you live in the central, figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, Ryan's dick is blazing. Hey, you know what? If you haven't signed up for our sports shorts yet, please do. Because we continue the conversation during the commercial breaks. And while you guys were listening to the commercial breaks, that last conversation that Sean and I had was freaking awesome. We're running we're running a contest over on our sports shorts. Right? It's called the Word of the Week. And I picked the Word of the Week. And it just so happens that Ryan is in the house, and the Word of the Week was picked just for him. Okay? And I'm going to do something that I never, ever do on this show. Okay? I only give the Word of the Week on the Sport Shorts. If you want to join Sport Shorts, sportsworldradio.com/sport shorts. Sign up today. I never give the Word of the Week on the radio show because it's only for the people on Sport Shorts because it's their contest. But this Word of the Week was brought to you by Ryan Blazing. And the Word of the Week is loser. 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 That's the Word of the Week on Sport Shorts, and that's dedicated to Ryan Blazing. All right, Sean, what's the next topic? You know what? Really quick also. I was thinking, since the football season is getting ready to start, okay, and we have our football pick'em pool all set up. If you haven't joined our football pick'em pool for 2015 and 16 season, please send an email to swrshow@gmail.com. That's swrshow@gmail.com. In the subject line, just put football pick'em, and I'll send you the invitation to play. And Ryan, if you would like to play in our football pick'em pool, you're more than welcome to. Just send an email to swrshow@gmail.com. If you think you're so good at football, then bring it on, bitch. And then really quick,
Sure.
Since football season is in spring training or preseason or whatever the hell, training camp is on, whatever the hell you want to call it, I was thinking, which NFL player, it has to be a player, which NFL player has the most pressure on them this year? You like that, Sean?
Oh, that's a good one.
Which NFL player has the most pressure on them this year? Not a coach, not a GM, not an owner. It has to be a player. Type your players in the chat room. This is going to be a theme throughout the rest of the show. Ryan says Eli Manning. Figures he would. I have several in mind myself. You know, I'll keep them until we get our producer on the show after the first update. I'll keep those in mind because I'm going to ask him. Okay, let's move over to the AFC West, Sean.
Yeah, that's for you to do next there, Jeff.
AFC
West Division.
AFC West. He's got the Broncos sitting at 10-6. Okay, Peyton Manning must learn a foreign scheme in what could be his final dance, and he may have a dance frequently behind patchwork O-line. Now, speaking of Denver's offensive line, they have 4 new offensive linemen this year. Okay? 4 brand new offensive linemen this year. That's going to be a challenge right there. Talking about pressure, that's a pressure cooker right there. 4 offensive linemen, 4 brand new offensive linemen this year with Peyton Manning as the quarterback. Uh-oh.
Well, I'd say this, that the Broncos know that, yeah, we've said time after time before they lost the AFC divisional playoff game 24-13 to the Indianapolis Colts back in January. All the talk first off about when John Fox got let go, then the talk about Peyton Manning, and then when he signed, we've all been saying here on Sports World Radio that this is it for Peyton Manning. He doesn't get it done this year. Boom, he's out of there. The Broncos realized that this was all nothing but a fantasy because I think all Bronco fans felt they were going to win a Super Bowl, But look what's happened for the three results. They lose in double overtime to Baltimore. They lose the Super Bowl. Then they lose to Indianapolis. And, of course, one thing to keep in mind, Jeff, he's going to be learning a totally new and different offensive system because Gary Kubiak is the new head coach of the team. This is his first year in Denver.
Yeah, and I said when Peyton Manning went to the Denver Broncos, the day he signed his contract, I believe I said on this radio show, and I will continue to say it year after year after year, and I have been correct then, and I am correct now, and I will be correct until he leaves Denver. The Denver Broncos will not win a Super Bowl as long as Peyton Manning is their quarterback. And guess what?
So far, you are correct. Oh.
And not only have I said it, I placed a 5-year bet on it. And I have won every single year so far. So, Ryan, don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to football. I made this bet 4 years ago, and guess what? I was right then, and I am right now. So sit there and shut up.
The rest of the AFC West, Jeff, what do you think?
He's got the Chargers sitting at 9-7. Okay? The problem with the Chargers is they have three 1 p.m. Eastern Time kickoffs this year, which is 10 o'clock for the Chargers, which is 10 a.m. for the San Diego Chargers. 3 Eastern 1 p.m. kickoff games this year. Okay, that's going to be a little difficult. Okay.
How do you think Phillip Rivers will do this
well,
year
he's
for
in
San
his
Diego?
He's in his final year of his contract. They got to get him taken care of. They have a rookie running back, Melvin Gordon, who will have a dramatic impact on their running game. He looks freaking awesome. Okay, their offensive line is intact. Their defense has gotten a little bit better. Phillip Rivers is going to be Phillip Rivers. As long as he's got wide receivers and a running game, he's going to be fine. Phillip Rivers is going to do what Phillip Rivers has been doing for the last 4 or 5 years. It doesn't matter. Okay, but he's on his last year of his contract. They need to get that taken care of. But he does not want to go to L.A. That's the thing. So there's a little bit of – that's why the contract hasn't been done yet, because he doesn't know where they're going, if they're staying in San Diego, if they're going to L.A. He doesn't want to go to L.A., and he's made that abundantly clear. Nate has the Chiefs sitting at 7-9 this year. Okay, and the Raiders at 5-11. Now, speaking about the San Diego Chiefs, okay, Jamal Charles will be back. And also, I'm very happy to say that Berry of the Kansas City Chiefs, who had to leave last year because of lymphoma cancer, has got the okay to go back and start playing with the Kansas City Chiefs. So he's going to be playing with the Chiefs again. So that is awesome. That is awesome for Berry and the Kansas City Chiefs. That is great. I would like to see the Chiefs do a little better than 7-9. I think they're going to do a little better than 7-9. I don't think he's right about that. I happen to think he's right about the Raiders. Whether the Raiders end up in L.A. or whether they end up in Oakland or whether they end up in St. Louis, it doesn't freaking matter.
And the Raiders have a new head coach in Jack Del Rio.
Yeah, Jack Del Rio is not a head coach. He's a defensive coordinator. That's what he is.
All right, here is the NFL playoffs. Here's what he predicted, Nate Davis of USA Today Sports.
Okay, he's got the wild card AFC teams as the Broncos, the Dolphins, the Ravens, and the Bills. And then he's got the NFC wild cards as the Rams, the Panthers, the Vikings, and the Eagles. This guy is crazy.
Exactly, and this is his the 6th seed against the 3rd seed and the 5th seed.
This guy is nuts. This guy is freaking nuts. His wild cards in the AFC: Broncos, Dolphins, Ravens, and Bills, and his NFC wild cards: Rams, Panthers, Vikings, and Eagles. What? This guy is nuts.
The Broncos are favored to beat the Dolphins. This is what he has for his wild cards. The Broncos then would travel against the
Okay,
Patriots.
you know what? Let's just do it this way. In the AFC Championship game, he's got the Colts defeating the Patriots. Okay? In the NFC Championship game, he's got the Packers defeating the Seahawks. Oh, and Mr. Blazing. In the NFC, he doesn't got the Cowboys making the playoffs either. How about them apples? He doesn't got the Cowboys making the playoffs either in the NFC, so sit there and shut up.
He says this, and so are you and your Mr. Know-It-All host.
That's
he says
right.
We're full of crap.
Well, that's right, Mr. Know-It-All, and don't you forget it.
You're lucky you're still in the show, Ryan Sticker
Okay,
Daisy.
and then he's got the Packers defeating the Colts in Super Bowl 50. Mr. Nate Davis. I kept this article because I want to see if his playoff teams are right. Because this guy's crazy.
And I'm sure you want to get him on the air.
I would love to have him on the air, and I would love to ask him how he came about all these records and these playoff teams. Because he's crazy. He's crazy. He's got the Rams, the Panthers, the Vikings, the Eagles as his wild cards in the AFC. And he's got the Packers and the Seahawks as division winners. Okay? Those are his 6 teams making it in the NFC. This freaking guy's nuts. Nuts. And he's got the Broncos, the Dolphins, the Ravens, and the Bills as his wild cards, and the Patriots and the Broncos winning their divisions. It's freaking nuts. Nuts. Nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't get it at all. Hey, we're going to run to our first update of the day. This update is brought to you by the Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today and never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again. It's the Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right there, Jeff. Thank you very much. 45 minutes after the hour on this 4th of August, 2015, Tuesday, on a very cool 80-degree day. Today in Major League Baseball, here are the games. The Red Sox will take on the Yankees. That game's on the MLB Network. Diamondbacks at the Nationals, Dodgers at the Phillies, Cubs at the Pirates, Twins at Blue Jays, Royals at Tigers, Giants at Braves, Cardinals at Reds, Mets at Marlins, Astros at Rangers, Rays at White Sox, Padres at Brewers, Mariners taking on the Rockies, that's interleague play, Indians at the Angels, and lastly, it'll be the Orioles taking on the Athletics. In the NFL, of course, a lot of teams are reporting for training camp right now. USA Today has got the Colts winning Super Bowl 50 for USA Today Sports. And, of course, the NFLPA has decided to do a release on Tom Brady's testimony in the Deflategate debacle. And, of course, he and Roger Goodell, a week from tomorrow, are expected to show up at federal court to talk about the ruling of this suspension that's ongoing right now, and they hope to have a settlement taken care of on September 4th to end the Deflategate situation. In the NBA, of course, Boston's next move, the Boston Celtics are a good team with plenty of assets but lack a franchise player to put them over the hump. The NBA front office examines how Boston can find a way to contend in the Eastern Conference after all the moves they've made to get younger talent and after what Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens has done. The Knicks and Seraphin have agreed to a new one-year deal, so that'll keep him as a New York. And, of course, the big news, Adidas agrees with a $200 million bid with James Harden, who is 25 years of age and is the Houston Rocket. On that note, we have completed this first update for Sports World Radio. Do not forget, this update is brought to you by the Flipper. Go to flipperflipper.com. Never, ever have to touch your toilet seat ever again. When we come back from this commercial break and update, we've got Josh Lopez coming in with his sports perspective and Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. Be right back.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escal, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. At least I got a radio show Ryan's dick is blazing. All right, so joining us right now is the producer and program director of Sports World Radio, our good friend and the hater of Ryan Blazing, Josh Lopez. What's up, buddy?
I'm doing good, you freaking humps. How's it going?
Good, you humpy hump. How are you?
I'm good. I was just getting ready for my show tomorrow. It's been a busy day. And, yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah? Hanging in there, my friend?
Yes, sir.
That's you know what? That's a good thing right there. You know that? That's a good thing right there.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you say we get to it right off the bat? No wasting no time, no nothing.
I thought you said you had something to say to me about.
Well, you know, I was gonna cut him a little slack, but he's just starting on you right away. So you know what? I'm gonna let you, since you are not a fan of Mr. Dick, I'm gonna let you, because you are the producer of the show and you could pretty much do whatever the hell you want anyway. I'm gonna let you do what you want to do, because I know you want to do something. So go ahead and do it.
Well, I've already expressed my opinions towards him in a way that's not professional for this show via email, so I'll let you rip him, actually. That's what we'll do.
Well, he's kind of actually being how does somebody like you, Ryan, not have Skype? What are you, a schmuck? How do you not have, everybody in America has Skype. How do you not have Skype on your computer, you jackass?
Oh, he's afraid. He's afraid because he doesn't want to call in.
That's what it is.
Cat.
That's what it is.
Loser.
That's exactly what it is. He doesn't. I asked him to call in on our Skype line, Sports World Radio Show. Oh, I don't have an iPhone and I don't have Skype downloaded on my computer. So I got an idea. Stop being a lazy ass that you are, and download Skype on your computer while you're listening to me rip your ass, and then you can call in and proceed to rip my ass if you want. Because as soon as you start ripping my ass, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to hang up on you.
Such a baby.
I'm not a baby.
No, I'm saying it to Ryan's dick ablazing, Jeff.
I like that. I like that, Sean, how you say it the whole
Anything
time.
I want. I have the right type.
You have the right type. Yeah, what is that right type? Round? Huh?
Yeah, just sit on your tush all day and hide behind your
You have the
computer
right.
and phone.
Oh, you see, the problem is right there in a nutshell. That's the problem right there, right, Josh? He thinks he has the right to type. Right?
I just wonder how he gets off saying that I'm the worst sports broadcaster. I don't get that.
See, the problem is he thinks he has the right to type.
I saw him earlier saying that I don't know how you guys continue on having me as a producer in the show. So I don't even know how to respond.
He's
to
he's a great producer of the show. Okay? In fact, Mr. Ryan, Dick is blazing. You'd be lucky to have him as a producer of your show. Oh, that's right, I forgot. You don't have a show!
The Expletive U Network. Great show, guys. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. You don't have a show, Ryan. I forgot. You're jealous. Hey, Ryan, you asked me what gives me the right to be a broadcaster. You know what gives me the right to be a broadcaster? Number one, I went to school for it. And number two, I've been doing Sports World Radio for 10 years. How long you been doing your show? Oh, that's right. I forgot. You don't have one. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You lost your job.
Because you suck, Ryan Stick of Blazing, and nobody would want you out of your stupid bias crap, you dork.
Hey, Frank's opinions don't matter? See? That's where you're wrong, Mr. Ryan's Dick is blazing. Frank, I'm bringing your ass in right now. Frank's coming in early, because guess what, Mr. Dick? It's 4-1. You lose.
Word!
Right, Frank?
Hey, listen, my opinion matters. Listen, I have the right to speak my opinion. This is the United States of America. I will speak my opinion, and if nobody loves it, then let me tell you something. Shit can be pretty tough to eat.
There we go. Here's Sports World Radio at its best, bitch. Go ahead, Frank. Do your thing.
Go after him, Frank.
Hey, listen, Rhino. Listen, you dumbass Rhino. Do you think you can last 120 seconds with me in a steel cage? Because I'll tell you what, I'll take me, Lopez, Sean, and Jeff Escow. You find 3 others, and we'll meet you in a steel cage.
These are my boys. Okay? You mess with me, you mess with the wrong peeps.
Dude, it sounds like somebody's declaring war on us.
It's okay. He can declare war all he wants. The one problem is, he doesn't have a radio show to fight back.
Hey, should we include him in the debate?
Hey, network. hey, FU network. You bet, buddy. No problem. You bet. Send an email to swrshow@gmail.com. You bet, FU network.
Hey, you know what? I think I just won Rhino myself in the steel cage. Right? No offense to you guys. With all due respect for getting you guys, I want him in the cage myself.
You can have him. You can have Rhino in the cage. I'll take Skip, and we'll have a nice match.
Oh, and by the way, it's no holds barred. Hold on. It's no holds barred. Weapons are perfectly legal.
Oh, see, chairs and all that good stuff?
Dude,
I like
weapons
that,
are
dude.
perfectly legal. I'm going to give
that.
Rhino an advantage. Hey, I love no holds barred. I love weapons.
I love that. That's awesome.
Weapons are perfectly legal within the steel cage. Now, that's my type of match.
That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Okay, what do you say? We got Frank in a little early. What do you say we run to? I know it's a little early. Let's run to the top of the hour break so we can bash Rhino on hold.
Oh, wait, can I hold on, Rhino? You said I'm as soft as a glue. Let me ask you: is your midsection always soft?
So you're never going to win this argument, Rhino. I'm just telling you right now, Mr. Dick. All right? Let's run to our top of the hour break, and we'll come back with some Skippy Bayless Bash Hour, Ryan Blazing Bash Hour. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, Frank Sprankle, and Josh Lopez on
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family. We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West, and if your Ryan's dick is blazing...
Figure that out for yourself, you idiot.
Let me ask you, does the guy have any IQ?
Doesn't have any IQ, but he thinks he can take Frank on and beat him in a cage match.
See, the problem is, he didn't realize that it's Tuesday, and every Tuesday and Thursday in the second hour of the show, Frank comes on the show, and he didn't realize that, and he opened up a can of worms when he said Frank's name, and I just brought Frank in earlier.
Hey, thank you. I'm happy. Listen, dude, you know what? Forget about, you know what? I have a match. I have a specialized match that I want to put Ryan in. It's called the martial law match.
The martial law match?
Yeah, martial law. Trust me, it's worse than anything no holds barred. Trust me. Martial law, anything goes.
See, that's how well received you are here, Ryan. Ryan, why don't you...
Martial law. I'm declaring martial law against Ryan.
Ryan, why don't you download Skype on your computer? Because I know you got a headset. So download Skype on your computer, put your headset in, and call us here at Sports World Radio Show.
He's afraid to.
I know he's afraid. I'm giving him carte blanche. I will put him on the air. I'm not afraid to put him on the air. I will give him his airtime. I'm not afraid of that.
If I were still pitching, would Ryan be afraid to charge him out against me?
He'd be afraid to charge him out against anybody.
Ryan's Dick of Blazing says, "Oh, trust me, I will, gentlemen. Once Josh loses his job, he cost me my job."
That's good. I'm glad he cost you your freaking job because you're a moron.
Hey, this is a guy, let me tell you something. This is a guy that is interviewed for the most popular sports talk radio station in Chicago.
I know, exactly. And Ryan, Josh didn't cost you your job. I did. I'm the one that got you fired, not Josh.
When we talk about Josh Lopez, let's see. He goes to WrestleMania. He goes to the big pay-per-views. He writes about wrestling.
This guy, Josh, writes anywhere between 60 and 90 articles a week. A week! And what do you do? And he does a wrestling show. Thank you, FU Network. He does a wrestling show. And he produces this show 5 days a week.
And he Skype conference calls with me.
Oh, and by the way, not to take away from Josh, who I'm proud of, let me just say, I know sometimes we like to give each other a hard time in terms of a friendly way, because we're all friends on this show. But let me tell you something. Josh Lopez is interviewed with the Score 670, and you know who I interviewed with twice, who invited me back? The Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs organization literally invited me in their front office building.
Hey, somebody's calling into the show.
Hey, should we bring him in? Should we bring him in?
I don't know if I can answer this call. No, I can't answer this call right now because it'll put you guys on hold.
Yeah.
Who is it?
I don't know. It's Dino.
Dude, something's up with this Dino.
I don't know who it is.
Dino.
I don't know who it is.
I'll tell you what, Dino was either
look what he wrote back.
But what we're going to do is we're going to accept. Okay, now Dino can call back in, and we can add Dino to the call now. So Dino, or whoever that was, if that was even you, Ryan, call back in. Because now I can accept you. In fact, now I can add him to the call if I wanted to.
Dude, I fear nobody.
I fear nobody, too.
Yeah, and he takes Frank on in a stage match.
Okay, let's okay, well, here it comes. Dino's calling back in. Let's find out if this is Ryan or not. Hello, you're on the air.
What's up, folks? How y'all doing?
Good, how are you? Who's this?
Hey, this is Dino from the FU Network.
Hey, Dino.
I'll be clean. I don't know how you guys run your show. I do a little more vulgar, but I'll just say FU Network.
Hey, Dino, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Listen, I love all sports talk radio. I have my own show, and so I seen you guys just today, just found you, and I'm going to be honest. Anybody who talks sports and has the balls to do it, you guys are you're good in my book.
Well,
Hey,
Dino,
Dino,
Thank you very much.
Dino, let me just say, and first of all, FU should stand for Frank you. And second of all, I have the right to speak whatever opinion I want. It's the United States of America, is it not?
Fucking men. Listen,
That's right.
Here's the deal. Let me tell you, I agree with you. That's why I created the Fuck You Network, because I believe that we should be able to do what we want, when we want, how we want.
That's
but
right.
I also have enough respect for other people's shows until I know what their format's like to at least try to keep it as clean as possible.
Thank you, Dino. I appreciate that.
Hey, you know what? We got an ally. We got an ally, Jeff.
That's right. Dino is with us. He likes us. Hey, Dino, we do the show 5 days a week, 2 hours every day from 6 to 8 Eastern.
Nice. Now, what are you covering the whole world of sports? Because I'll tell you, with my sports show, the only thing we cover is football. As soon as preseason starts, we are on every Sunday. As soon as the Super Bowl's over, we're done until the next year.
Okay, we cover everything, NBA, NHL, NFL, and MLB. We cover it all.
Do you find it hard to cover the NBA, or at least harder to cover the NBA in the last 10 years than before because of, in my opinion, a fixing job that's been going on?
You know
Is it
what?
just me?
I'll let my producer answer that question. Josh?
Repeat the question.
Well, do you find it harder to cover the NBA in the last 10 years than prior to that because of all the what I believe to be fixed games and fixed situations? Like, for example, the way, in my opinion, the NBA gift-wrapped LeBron's 2 championships after robbing Oklahoma.
After Josh, can I answer that question? You first, Josh, but then can I answer that question?
Brother, I'll tell you this. I did not watch one game of the rest of the playoffs when the Bulls got eliminated. And me being a wrestling fan, I know how things are with predetermined outcomes. This year's playoffs was a pure example of that, and I'm done with the NBA, especially with LeBron James.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And
Dino, this is Frank Sprankle. This is Freaky Frank Sprankle. How you doing this afternoon, Dino?
I'm doing fucking great. Give me your opinion on this. I'm definitely interested.
Okay, listen. I like the game of basketball, but here's why it's hard for me to maybe talk about the NBA, because I'm not saying this because I grew up in Chicago. It's the city I have come to love and know all my life. Likewise, Josh Lopez, our producer. But and I'm not saying that because in the 1990s, the Bulls won 6 NBA titles in 8 years. But if you take a look at the 1980s and the 1990s, those 2 decades were arguably the best era of NBA basketball, bar none. Because back then, it was just drive the paint, take a lot of contact. You didn't have these crappy fouls that you have now. You didn't have players prominently with tattoos. I'll be honest, if you take a look at the NBA from my childhood, it was a hell of a lot better than what it is now.
Hey, we got a breaking news alert. Ryan Stick of Blazing is blocked from the chat room.
Dude, I hate that. We should have kept him in here.
He left.
No, because he said
overrated.
Because he said, "Okay, guys, I'm out of here. This show sucks." And he says, "Oh, I didn't get blocked." And as soon as he said that, I blocked him.
Well, and I got to tell you, folks, from somebody, I don't know how long you've been doing this here, at least on this website of Spreaker. I've been here for 5 years. for a long time. I've been doing this stuff. And the trick is that there are many trolls. You just can't feed the trolls. If you feed the trolls, they feel important. They stick around. I usually just acknowledge them being a retard, let them say what they got to say, and move on.
Well, Dino,
there you go.
Dino, really quick, a little background on that dude, Ryan. Really quick, a little background on him. He's been busting my producer's chops for a long time, so I got sick and tired of it, and I got him fired from his sports job. So he's not too.
You know what? The sick part of me just loves every minute of that.
He's not too thrilled. He's not too thrilled with me. And then he was tweeting at me, calling me all sorts of names, and Sean and Josh all sorts of names on Twitter. He didn't have the balls to come into the chat room to do it, and I called him out on it, so he came in today.
You know, and like I said, it's exactly the way you say. A lot of these trolls, or in this case, somebody who just seems to be angry even though he deserved it, from what you're telling me, they need attention. So they do these crazy things, and I'm telling you, I've been dealing with shit for 5 years, especially with the name the Fuck You Network.
Yep.
It seems to invite a lot of them. But I've also got to say, man, they're all tools. And remember, tools are useful.
Yeah, because he's going to go back on Twitter and say, I just spent an hour on Sports World Radio harassing these guys, and everybody's going to come and listen to the show and see what he said.
Exactly. You know what? I have been trying to get that same concept through a lot of other younger DJs that just started lately, and they're getting trolled, and I keep telling them, listen, you don't understand. It's the best advertisement you can get.
Yep.
Because for everybody they complain to, 5 of them are going to show up at your show to see if it's that bad.
Exactly. Just to let you know, Dino, I've been doing the show for 10 years.
Congratulations, man. That's good stuff, man.
5 days a week.
Real quick, I don't want to forget about this. Just back on that little basketball thing. I'm a huge Lakers fan.
Okay.
I have been my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we all have our, things, right? So I have been. And I used to, you say 10 years. 10 years ago, I knew everything there was to know about basketball. I covered a lot of it. I really enjoyed it. I used to write articles. But I had to stop watching right after LeBron's about 5th year. It got to the point that, like you say, it wasn't just that now you can't hand check and some of the other, offensive rules.
Right.
It was the fact that I had never seen better or worse acting outside of a B film than the NBA started to do with this flopping stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Exactly. I agree.
I remember the first time I ever heard the name LeBron James, and it goes back to 2002. Yeah, it goes back to June of 2002, right around the NBA draft of that year. Everybody was talking about this high school stud. If you take a look at LeBron James, he was already getting NBA recognition before he became a senior in high school.
Correct.
But the problem that I had with that time of his life, and this is the problem I've had with him throughout his whole career, and it started off bad. I was always told, I played sports my whole life, you don't give yourself a nickname, you earn the nickname.
Right.
And he nicknamed himself King James back in high school.
Right.
And I always thought that was the most audacious act a person could do. So that was strike one right before he even started playing.
Hey, just to let you know, Dino, during the football season, we do a Saturday night show. We do an NFL show Saturday night. We talk nothing but NFL talk, and we make all our picks for the week games coming up.
And it's vulgar.
It sounds like our Sunday morning show. So, it's good. We're not going to be competing on that.
Yeah, we do it on Saturday night.
We do it on Sunday morning. We start at 11, and we go right up to game time.
Yeah, well, I'm usually sleeping. That's why I don't freaking do a Sunday morning show.
Hey,
but I got to ask.
Sunday night? Looking for Sunday night Steelers and Vikings. I know
Frank.
Hey, Frank, let me call you back. Your phone is all screwed up.
You're breaking up.
Yeah,
I can't hear you.
I got him. Don't worry about it. I got him. Don't worry about it.
Now, a couple questions here, and I'll let you guys get
Go
back
ahead.
to doing what you do, all that. But these are football-related questions. I don't mean to take it to the new level, but I got to ask, just because it's a sports show, what are your thoughts on Peyton Manning this year? And also, my B part of that question is, would you say that Adrian Peterson can make the 2,500 mark that he has already predicted?
Okay, I'll go first. On Peyton Manning, I don't think he's going to win a Super Bowl this year. In fact, I bet on it when he first came to Denver, so I don't think he's going to win a Super Bowl this year. Plus, he has an offensive line problem. He's got 4 brand-new offensive linemen, so who knows what's going to happen there. And Adrian Peterson, I believe he's going to get hurt by the 3rd or 4th game because he took the year off. His body's not used to being hit, and he's going to have a little bit of a problem.
And another thing I keep explaining to my listeners as they're huge Adrian Peterson fans, and not to take away from the man. And when he's at the top of his game, he's one of the best. But he's been out of the game for a year, and there's a thing called game speed. You can be great when you're playing high school or football or even these semi-pros, but it's not as fast as the game in the NFL.
Correct.
And that's what players miss when they miss time.
Correct. Why? Okay, stay right here, Dino. Why in the wild world of sports am I watching ESPN with the freaking Dallas Cowboys freaking training camp? What the hell's going on here?
You know what it is?
ESPN is biased. Where have you been, Jeff?
No, and the thing is it's not just ESPN. They force these cowgirls down our throat all the time because they want them to get back to this place that they were in the 90s, and it's just never going to happen. As long as Romo is quarterback, they will never make that clutch situation to get to where they need to be.
I'm giving you a standing ovation right now, buddy.
Hey, look at it this way. Okay, let me ask you this, Dino. How many playoff games has Tony Romo won?
At my count, I think it's 2.
2.
You're right, it is 2. Okay, how many games has Andrew Luck, somebody who is considerably younger than Tony Romo, or for that matter, too, Russell Wilson, somebody considerably younger than Tony Romo?
More than 2.
They won a lot.
Well, yeah, at least 3 times, because I know with Andrew Luck, didn't he win his rookie year? He won a playoff game, and then last year he won a couple.
Wild card against the Ravens.
Yep. So he's won more playoff games in less years than Tony Romo has.
Do you know what the best stat was? And it might not apply anymore, but at one time it did apply when Tim Tebow had more playoff wins than Romo. And that was the worst. That was the absolute worst. But now it doesn't apply because Tebow only had 1 win, and last year they did get at least 1 more. So, Dino, but either way, when it comes to the Cowboys, I say this every year. I don't want to set out to be a Cowboy hater, but it's their fans that make me that way because they are the most delusional people I've ever met in my life.
They are. In fact, you know what? My nephew is a diehard Cowboy fan, and he was here visiting me several weeks ago, and I had him in the studio sitting in doing the show with me because he asked me if he could do the show, and I said, sure. He's a diehard Cowboy fan, and he even said, as long as Tony Romo is the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, they will not win a Super Bowl.
This is a good tease for our Bashy Hour coming up next.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Let's run to a commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escott, Showman, Josh Lopez, and Frank Sprankle on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow new way to workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escott, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. We got a bunch of people on the line. We got our producer, Josh. Frankie Sprankle's in the house like he is every Tuesday. And from the FU Network, our good friend Dino's hanging out with us talking football.
Yeah, there he is.
How about that? All right, so we kept Dino on because I don't think he's ever heard this segment, and we want him to hear this segment. This is one of the segments we do every single day on Sports World Radio. Take it away, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Does he do it good? Yeah, and by the way, Dino, for example, when you know how Skip Bayless says "my this, my that" all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I read the quotes from what he says today, and I'll use some retro quotes I get from YouTube. And I'll say it during the show, and then Jeff and Sean will react to it. If he says "my" in the quote, Frank does this sound.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what. Give him an example. Josh, read as if you were going to say a "my."
Skippy Bayless said that "my."
It's an electric shock. It's an electric.
It's a grasshopper.
Hey, it's supposed to be Frank on Tuesdays, not the grasshopper.
That's right.
Oh, shoot.
Right. Anyway, Dino, the point is we hook Skip up to an electric shock machine, and every time he says the word "my," it's shock Skip.
Now that's what I'm all about, because I got to tell you, right, real quick I want to interrupt your segment, but I love First Take for like the first 5 years. I did. And then between Stephen A. Smith losing his goddamn mind and Skip Bayless just going straight retarded half the time, I couldn't watch it anymore. It became unwatchable.
Well, watch what we're going to do here, my friend. Go ahead, Sean. Josh.
All right, Skippy Bayless said that "my."
Sounds like you got to go to the bathroom. Go ahead.
My Dallas Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo will rank in the top 3 in the NFL this upcoming.
Get the hell out of here!
My goodness,
all right,
dude! I have a question. Is the temperature in hell 32 degrees and dropping right now?
I don't know, Jeff. Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, how the hell can you say that? The guy's had one good year since he's been with the Dallas Cowboys. One! And you're going to freaking make him the third best quarterback in the NFL? I can name freaking 5 of them right off the top of my head that are better than him right now.
Well,
he's not even a top 15 quarterback.
Come on, Jeff, Frank, Josh, and Dino. According to Skip Bayless, he believes that this is the year the Cowboys have a perfect season and that Romo is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
I can make an argument. Listen, I can make an argument that the Cowboys should have not won the wild card game against the Lions.
Well, there was controversy with that against Detroit. What the heck?
Okay, I want to.
Wait.
I want to hear what Dino has to say.
What makes that hilarious, though, is yes, there was controversy. Maybe they should have, shouldn't have won. But then next week, when they got their own bit of controversy, all those Cowboy fans fucking started crying, and I'm like,
Dino,
so when it works for you, it's good, but when it works against you.
Dino, I just realized something. You beat the Detroit Lions. Okay, I'm not going to say the Detroit Lions, if they get into the postseason, are a fearful team. But you have to go into Green Bay and play the Packers. You got to play Aaron Rodgers. You know what? If you want to make a statement, go into Green Bay in the playoffs and beat the Packers.
All right, let's keep our responses to a minimum. It's a rapid-fire segment. All right, let's
come on,
get
Josh.
to the next.
I
got you. Come on over here. Let me get to the next quote.
Wait, last thought on that, though, is that I'm pretty sure Skip Bayless has said this for the last 5 years. I feel like this is on repeat.
Yes.
He's repeated it yet.
Here's a retro quote from Skippy Bayless. Skippy Bayless said that "my."
Oh, the torture.
He said, "My Pittsburgh Steelers will miss the playoffs."
Damn right they will.
According to the USA Today Sports article, the Steelers are favored to be 8-8. Dino and Frank, do you have something to say about that?
8-8 with 2 wild cards, that probably won't get you into the playoffs, especially not with the AFC.
And I wish I had an argument for that, but, I mean, they do have a better offense, but their defense is basically depleted, and we all know defense wins games, so I think I'm going to have to agree with that. As stupid as Skip is most of the time, that might be right on.
I know. As bad as it feels, right, Dino? You might have to agree with it. Yeah, I know. I'm with you.
Oh, here's a new quote today, which will shock some people. Skippy Bayless said that "my."
Speaking of shocks.
New York Yankees or "my." New York Mets will not win either of their divisions.
That's because both New York teams suck. Next.
So
all right, whoa.
Jeffy's basically riding the Blue Jays bandwagon.
All right, wait a minute. First of all right, I hate the Yankees more than anything. I think I enjoy
Yankees too.
I think I enjoy a Yankees loss more than a Mets win. But on the same token, I'm a huge Mets fan. Now, listen, do I think that this first place that they're in right now is going to translate to a playoff spot? Honestly, no, because there's no shot at a wild card. It's the worst division in all of baseball. So once again, it's like being the smartest retard in the room. I'm not going to give them any more than that.
Hey, I'm going to admit honesty. I think the team to beat, and I'm a Cub fan, but I'm going to admit reality. The St. Louis Cardinals are the team to beat in the National League.
I can't even argue that.
Baseball, right, Josh?
You're going to love this next quote. Skippy Bayless said that USA Today says that Packers and Colts will be in the Super Bowl. I say that Green Bay will lose the home playoff game to my Dallas Cowboys, and Indy will lose the home playoff game to my New England Patriots.
Yeah, that's because he's got the Cowboys and the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
And that's why
I want to see that crap.
Hey, Skippy, I disagree with the first statement there about the Packers there, but I can agree with about the Patriots, buddy.
It's
Thanks.
the
I can agree with
50th
there.
anniversary of the Super Bowl. Do we really want to see the boring Patriots in another Super Bowl?
Cripes, we're talking dynasty here. We got 4 Super Bowls. What the crap's the
Dude,
matter?
I'll say this. 5 Super Bowls with Brady and Belichick, that would be unheard of.
Oh,
They
yeah,
won-
just
beautiful. That's
They
sweet.
won one championship and lost 2 Super Bowls in the last 10 years. It's not a dynasty.
no. And first of all, dynasty. No, you can't use the word dynasty with all these paper trails of cheating going on here. Let's bring that out there, okay?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
thank you.
I'm getting really tired of the fact that we are sweeping this under the rug. Let me just put it to you this way, real fast. And let's just take Tom Brady out of it. If this was an accountant, okay, this is an accountant who was going to be brought up on fraud charges, and as the investigators were on the way to the office, he was shredding fucking documents. He'd be guilty. That's tampering with evidence. But instead, Tom destroys his cell phone for obvious reasons, and then goes there, and this is the funniest part, goes to the freaking meeting talking about, I can give you my best recollection of what was on there. What the fuck? Are you serious? That's got to be the worst shit ever. Could you imagine an accountant?
And let me ask you this. Do you think there were hot texts between him and Giselle on the phone?
Maybe
Doesn't
there were, but that
matter.
doesn't matter at all. It doesn't. And
Well,
not
let's
one
wait.
bit.
Hey, you know what? Let's wait, gentlemen, until the issue goes to federal court on August 12th and August 19th.
Dude,
But that's my whole point.
The case is already over, son. He
But
didn't
wait.
cooperate with the damn investigation, so the damn judge is going to plead with Roger Goodell.
Oh,
No, and wait. First of all, that's my point, though, is the fact that this is how bad it's gotten. We've caught Tom Brady and the Patriots cheating now at least 3 times in my recollection. And now they're pulling a Roger Clemens / Barry Bonds. Instead of admitting to it, we know eventually it's going to come out that they did. They'd rather go all the way to a federal court, waste time that's actually needed on real-life issues, and everybody's still not even blink an eye. Tom Brady's the golden boy. No, he's not. He's
The New England Patriots are the NWO of the National Football League.
And that doesn't make it okay. It's still this is what and another argument I hear from Patriots fans all the time is everybody does it. Listen, like our parents said to us, just because everybody else jumped off the bridge doesn't mean it's a good idea for you. You know what I'm saying? It's childlike mentality. But instead of owning up to it, saying, okay, all the evidence is damning, I have nothing else to say, I did it, let me serve my 4 games and move on with a little bit of integrity, they're going to drag it out as long as possible. It just shows how classless that organization
The New England
is.
Patriots are one of the greatest teams in professional sports.
Thank you.
We get to root
Amen.
against them. We
Amen.
get to root against them unless you're you, Sean.
Frank, how about the most overrated organization in
Thank
sports
you.
in the last 15
Give
years?
me a break.
Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback. How about his defense winning the 3 championships he won?
Oh,
And the 4th
for
one
Christ's
this
sake,
year.
give me a
Or
break.
how about wait.
Fort Idle never lost the Super Bowl.
Wait. And what about the fact that, let's talk about the first Super Bowl. We all know that was a fumble. Every one of us here knows that's a fumble. Without that, the man doesn't start that dynasty. So he's had the NFL in his pocket from day one.
Oh, my gosh. That was because the officials. New England didn't make
Yeah, the officials
that
are the
happen.
only reason why they
Who
officials-
pays the officials? Who pays the officials?
Because after ruling, the pass was ruled incomplete. So the Patriots marched down the field and kicked the game-tying field goal and win it in overtime.
That
Next.
was
Hey,
a
Dino.
fumble.
Hey,
That
we gotta-
we all know.
We got a former Jet fan transitioning to a Patriots fan, so I'm
Hey,
sorry for the
Josh.
biased
Hey,
opinions.
Josh, let me ask you something. What have the Bears done the last 30 years?
Yeah, I know they haven't won in 30.
He's right there, dude. He's right.
Hey, hold up.
Give
I'm the
credit. Wait,
producer
give
here.
credit
Hey,
where
Frank,
credit is due.
Shush. Hey, I'm the producer here. Hey, you don't cut me off. Hey, honestly, yeah, they haven't won anything in 30 years, but they haven't cheated and had everything handed to them in the past 20 years.
No, they've just been a laughing stock. Yeah, we
No,
moved
but
next
first of
to
all, well, let's give a little bit of credit here. And now that defense back in the Super Bowl day, when they went Super Bowl against the Colts, they took Rex Ryan to the Super Bowl. All right, you have to give some sort of credit and say that the rest of the team really did that. That was a man who had a 3.4 QBR rating in a game that season, made it to the Super Bowl. They might not have won it, but I'm at least going to give a little bit of credit.
next Skippy quote. This is getting ugly. Let's go.
Skippy Bayless said that my Boston Red Sox should lead the AL East.
True. If Panda was healthy and if the Red Sox were healthy and gaining ground, they would be ahead. But no.
Yeah,
Maybe if they had a better manager in the dugout.
Hey, Sean, you know what I think of if? If my mother had balls, she'd be my father.
What are you going to think of
better
next?
manager? Hey, Frank, scratch my ass, would you? I mean, it took till Madden for the Cubs to actually start playing a better ball. They haven't done crap in 107 years.
Now the Cubs are in contention.
Oh, yeah, now they're in contention. Let's see if they can actually win a World Series and end the droughts.
Hey,
they will eventually.
Hey, that's what we were talking about last week. Just because somebody brings something different to his routine doesn't mean you have to bring up ours. It's irrelevant to the conversation.
Oh, well, I'm owning up to your bet, schmuck. All right, 29 minutes after the hour.
All right, next, one more quote before we go to our final update.
Is there a shock?
Yes, there is. Skippy Bale said that my New York Knicks will be 5-77.
You're an idiot, Skip.
What?
So you're gonna say? So Skip Bayless is saying that they'll win less games that they won last year. Last year they won 17 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna win more than 17 games this year, you jackass.
Wait a minute. I'm going to have to jump in here because, listen, I live in New York, all right, and I can't – I've tried for years to follow the Knicks, okay? Not a fan, but follow them. They make one retarded move after the other, and I got to tell you, as long as Carmelo is on that team, they will not make the playoffs again. It won't happen. That man is the most selfish basketball player I've ever seen in my life. They had talent. Think about it this way. Cleveland took his leftovers and actually almost won a championship with him. So you can't say it's the team around him. It's got to be Carmelo.
Yeah, but see, the key word in that sentence that you said, Dino, is almost. You know why they didn't? Because the two guys that they brought for the Knicks suck and they're not consistent enough. That's why they lost, and that's why the Knicks got rid of them.
Okay, that I'm not going to argue with, but I'm going to say this, that when they needed him, at least in moments of them playoffs, they came through. So all these arguments I heard throughout, Carmelo has nobody around him. They had their moments.
Okay,
Just like with every good coach, you got
to
find
tell
what
you,
does what.
I hate to tell you, but they didn't come through because they were 0 for 21 from the three-point line when LeBron James was on the bench. In the finals. Yeah, when LeBron James was on the bench, so they didn't come through. That's why the Knicks got rid of him, because they're more headaches than they're worth, and they're not worth a hill of freaking beans, and they proved it in the finals.
In the finals, yes, but in the earlier rounds of the playoffs, they did have their big moments.
Big deal.
I will agree, and it only counts in the finals, so I will agree with that point.
But they weren't consistent, were they? They did it in the playoffs, but they didn't do it in the finals. They weren't consistent, and that's why.
But J.R. Reed has always been inconsistent. He's always been that streaky shooter. It's never been any different.
And the reason why he's not getting any trouble in Cleveland is because there ain't nothing to do in Cleveland.
And on that note, we got to go to our last update of the day.
This update is brought to you by the Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today and never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again with your hand. It's the Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Josh Lopez, with the final update of the day.
Thank you, Jeff, Dino, and Frank and Sean here for our final update of the day for Sports World Radio here on this Tuesday, August 4th. Right now, let's take a look at the scores. Right now, it's 1-0 Yankees at the top of the second. We got a rain delay in Washington. The Cubs are up 1-0 against the West's Pittsburgh Pirates. The Blue Jays are up 1-0 against the Twins. Royals up 1-0 against the Tigers. Giants up 1-0 against the Braves. Cincinnati Reds up 3-0 against the St. Louis Cardinals. Other games tonight, we got the Astros and Rangers. Rays at White Sox. Padres and Brewers. Mariners and Rockies as an interleague action game. We have the Indians and Angels. And then finally, the late night game, Baltimore at Oakland. It came out today that USA Today had their simulcasted projections for this year's NFL season, and it said that the Green Bay Packers would take on the Indianapolis Colts at Levi Stadium for Super Bowl 50 next February. Some notable standings. It said that the Patriots would win the AFC East. It said the Bears would be 3-13, obviously showing how much this schmuck knows anything about football. It said that the Chargers would be second in the AFC West, and that's a wrap for that. This update's been brought to you by The Flipper. Go to flipperflipper.com. More Skippy Bayless Bat Shower after the break.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann brings you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. 6 o'clock on the east, 3 o'clock on the west, and if you just happen to live in the mountains...
Who cares? Even Frank doesn't even answer what time it is in the
That's
mountains.
right. All right, let's
do they have internet in the mountains?
I don't know.
Well, I've been to the mountains plenty of time. I used to live there. Montana, Wyoming, I do.
They do in Denver.
The mountains inspire cable TV.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Maybe it's DSL still. I don't know.
I don't know. All right, let's get back to some more Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
All right, here's some wrestling quotes, folks. Skippy Bayless said that Brock Lesnar got nothing on Skip Bayless as an athlete.
Wow. He is officially... No, seriously, he's officially going potato. Like, really?
Look at that.
See, that's what
we
we got to
get
deal
to
with.
the WWE, he really is I don't even know what he's discussing.
I got to hear Jeff's opinion. What do you think, Jeff?
That beast would eat you up and spit you out like next week's dinner.
I will say this. I would pay to see Skip Bayless die at the hands of Brock Lesnar.
Hey, do you know...
I would,
Dino, do you know that Skip Bayless has invited anybody to do a sports debate with him?
Yes.
And I have a petition out there to get me to be the one to do the sports debate. Okay.
So basically, what he did is he invited everybody, and then he's picking and choosing who he really
no,
wants.
he's not doing it. No, he hasn't accepted anybody yet.
He's a hypocrite.
He is a hypocrite.
Afraid.
So
he's afraid to debate.
So the tagline is anytime, Skip.
Nice. You know what? I'll tell you what. I will hashtag that over there at the Fuck You Network while adding you on that one, so that we'll send it right to him.
Oh,
yeah. Dino's invited to the debate. By the way, I'm bringing the grill. Listen, I'm bringing the grill. I'm bringing the beer. I'm gonna want a couple brats, Dino. You get a couple brats.
I'll bring the beer.
Bring the popcorn.
Okay,
and what about Snickers? Bring some candy bars and some
I'll
pops.
bring them. I'll bring the Snickers. Trust me. I'm gonna bring Snickers ice cream.
Yeah, hey, Dino, on our Facebook page, facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio, like our Facebook page, and pinned right to the top of it is the petition to sign to get me to have a sports debate with Skip Bayless.
Is there a link to it right here on your show page?
Josh, would you put it in for us, please?
I'm on my phone. I can't do it.
Okay, I'll take care of it. I got it. I'll go and get the link. And
No. I see. There's a Facebook page link right here. I got you.
that-
It's on your homepage of your thing. So we're all good.
There you go.
This next Skippy quote is going to bring in a big debate. Skippy Bayless said that he likes the playing game when it comes to the MLB playoffs.
I love it too.
That
I
playing
agree with.
game is a stupid, idiotic joke.
That's
we
a
should
home
not
run.
No, it isn't. It's stupid. It makes
It's
the
just one
playoffs.
game.
It
It's just
makes,
one game.
Oh, Frank, let's get some common sense into your brain here, buddy. 2 months from today is when baseball season ends. The play-in game would be 2 days.
Frank wants more baseball. That's the point you don't get, Sean. He
We're
wants
baseball
more
is
baseball.
great. By the way, I'm the baseball guy here.
Hold it. Just because the season ends on October 4th doesn't mean we need to have a play-in game. We should not be having a play-in game. We're talking a postseason that goes till November.
I'm 100% on board with you with this, but maybe for a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe with a little bit of a difference, but you got to understand the reason why this shit is happening, the reason why they added the extra wild card, the reason why they're talking about expanding the playoff bracket that just started in college is because we live in a society where nobody can accept failure. So we need to include as many people as possible so we don't hurt feelings.
1 game playoff. Have that. Go back to the way it was. Then play your best of 5, best of 7, best of 7. Then it ends in middle or late October.
Let's not be stuck in the past now.
But
how can we talk? But
That's
listen,
the
now,
point.
it is a fair point because Reggie Jackson is Mr. October. If he played now, he'd be Mr. November. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Derek Jeter was Mr. November.
Exactly. Get the freaking games back in October and be done with it. I'm tired of this
I
crap.
got a good idea. Then why don't we just go back to East-West and we just have the League Championship Series and then the World Series?
I'm fine with that, too.
I've always been fine with that. I've never been a fan of the wild card.
I'm fine with that, too. I hate the freaking wild card.
2 divisions like it used to be.
I'm fine with that.
The wild card rounds should
4 playoff teams.
go away for the NFL too.
Well, the wild card's different in the NFL.
And I actually have a good reason for that, is that the divisions in the NFL are way harder than divisions in baseball. Look at what you got in baseball right now, especially in the NL East. Like I said before, it's a bunch of retards, and just whoever's the smartest of them all is going to end up winning it. And that's different. Football, there's only a few divisions, maybe 2 out of all of them that kind of have all bad teams. But other than that, there's competition every single week. There's an important game. So I'm all for the wild card in football for that reason alone.
Oh, gosh, that's just bad.
Skippy Bayless said that he would like to see the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Toronto Blue Jays now in the World Series.
Ooh, Jeff, what do you think of that? Pirates Blue Jays World Series.
Guy changes his mind more than a woman changes her tampon when she's on her period.
Because according to Skippy Bayless, he believes and understands that you could have 2 new teams that have long World Series droughts, and one team would end it, either the Pirates or the Blue Jays.
How about a Cubs-Indians World Series?
That's
while we're going at it, right?
Why would a Cubs-Indians World Series? Get the
We're
heck
talking
out
about
of here.
drought. There you go. Lawn drought against the drought of all droughts.
Oh, yeah.
Deuceville, USA. Skippy Bayless said that the San Antonio Spurs had an overrated offseason and they will not win the NBA Finals next year.
Oh, my God. I don't know about winning the NBA Finals, but they definitely had one of the better off seasons. I don't care what anybody says. You were able to maintain.
He thinks LaMarcus Aldridge and David West is over the hill.
Okay, David West is a little bit older, but here's the deal. You kept the core, okay? They have the core. They have the three that have been there for all the championships. Now you added another significant fucking power forward. I don't care what anybody says. He was on a bad team for a long time and still put up numbers. Can he be counted on as the number one guy? No, but that's what the Spurs do best. They make sure everybody's the number one guy. And David West is always going to be there underneath the rim. He's always going to make a difference. He might not score the way he used to, but he's going to be a factor.
I think with the San Antonio Spurs, they realize this is it. I think Tim Duncan says, I'm coming back for a 19th consecutive year. I've been here since 1997 in San Antonio and Ginobili, too. They probably believe that time is catching up with them, so they kind of feel like...
They're getting older, that's right.
Yeah, kind of feel like, get it done next year. If not, boom, you could see the Spurs retiring, and then it starts to become the rebuilding process, and who knows how long Greg Popovich has left.
I'm telling you something.
I think he retires.
I'm telling you something right now. I want to see the Spurs against Cleveland, and I want to see the Spurs sweep their ass.
And they did that in 2007. I'll never forget that. LeBron's
sweep his ass.
Yep.
Sweep his ass so I can go, ha, 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 ha. Again, you lost, you son of a bitch.
But don't forget.
That would be a fifth.
That's right. That's going to happen.
Gentlemen, don't forget, LeBron is still haunted from nightmares from the NBA Finals because he can't get over it.
Well, and here's the thought. Wait.
Who cares?
Here's a thought, though, guys. Something to ponder, right? What's everybody trying to do nowadays? Compare LeBron with Jordan, right? Well, let's just say. But wait, I know, and it is. But let's just say that the Spurs do exactly what you say. They meet up with Cleveland. They win again. Now, fucking Duncan's got 6 rings. When are we going to start comparing Duncan as one of the greatest all times along with Jordan?
They won't.
And leave LeBron out of that fucking
They
conversation?
They won't because they play because Jordan and Duncan play two different positions,
I understand,
so they won't.
But
And also,
I
6
do
titles
get
in
that.
8 years, too. Talk about a short span for
Correct.
Dino, keep this in perspective. They won't do it, too, because that channel, what we call ESPN, will be so sad and frustrated. Why did LeBron James lose the finals? Why did he lose the finals?
Yo, by the way, I actually read an article where ESPN was so they were upset that Golden State won.
Yeah, I know.
Than you could ever know.
Yeah, because they pushed the living crap out of Cleveland. They push it down your freaking throat.
Hey, Jeff, the 5 of us should buy ESPN.
Yeah, okay.
Figures, Dino, because back in 2011, they were all upset that Miami beat Dallas, and Mark Cuban said, I knew that was going to happen. Nobody was going to give the Mavericks much respect.
Well, you meant Dallas beat Miami.
That's right, in 6 games, and I laughed when LeBron walked off the court like a punk like he always is.
Well, no, that was the very first time he ever cried, and I'm not going to lie, I still have sound clips from that. It just helps me sleep at night.
Chris Bosh was on the floor crying. We got to go to our final commercial break.
Yeah, let's kick it off to our final commercial break. You listen to Jeff Escow, Showman, Frank Sprankle, Josh Lopez, and Dino on
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family. We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until wait. Don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to the final segment of the show. I hope you've been enjoying this 2-hour journey. We've had some surprises on today's show, and we've had a lot of fun so far. We got the last segment. Let's get into it. Let's finish up the Skippy Bayless of Bash Hour.
I have two more quotes. Skippy Bayless said that
Oh, the torture. Zzz, zzz.
Oh, boy. St. Louis Cardinals will beat the Seattle Mariners' 121 win record in 2001.
Hey, the Seattle Mariners.
They'll get to 100.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll
Get the hell out of here, Seattle Mariners. Get the hell out of here. Why do you pick the Seattle Mariners?
No, the quote was the Cardinals would beat the Mariners' record from 2001.
And I remember that team, and I got to tell you that there's no way. There's no way. That team was a completely different team. Everybody was on the same page. You're not going to see it like what's his name said before, maybe 100, 105, but no way are they going to beat the record.
Well, they're sitting at 67 and 38 right now. Cardinals.
I remember that team, and Frank, I'm sure you remember that team from
Yes, very
2001.
well.
Yeah, that was a team that was loaded. They had pitching, they had hitting, but then it ended in a nightmare when they lost in 5 games to the New York Yankees.
Hey, the Cubbies.
They beat the 1906 Cubs won 116 games and lost the World Series to the White Sox. Think about it. You win. It doesn't matter if you win 120, 130 games. That you got to earn the right in the postseason.
Hey, Frank, are the Cubbies playing a doubleheader today?
No, they're not. No, they're not. They'll probably play a doubleheader in September because they do go to Pittsburgh in mid-September for a weekday series.
Oh, okay. All right.
And to that point, the New England Patriots went 17 or 18-0 and just couldn't get that last one.
Remind me. Don't remind me about that.
David Tyree.
Okay, let's get to that last Skippy quote.
And the last Skippy quote, Skippy Bayless said that AT&T Stadium will be the place to be because not only will WrestleMania and the big UFC show be there, Jeff, he said that the NFC Championship game will be at AT&T Stadium.
In Jerry World!
Hey, I got a great idea for Jerry World. Listen, I got a great idea for Jerry World. How about we have the Jeff Escow Skip Bayless debate there?
I'm down for that. I'm going to kick that schmuck's ass.
That can seat a lot.
What if you bought a ticket and you're just sitting behind that pole?
I'm going to kick that schmuck's ass.
That's the wrap for today's edition of the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. We'll have more quotes for you tomorrow.
But you think about it. In the Jerry world, all those fans want to see actually is a Cowboy football game. They just wait for that debate after the game got over.
You know what the thing about that whole fucking stadium that just really gets me is that fucking Jumbotron that if kicked the wrong way in a punt would fuck the game up.
Yeah, I know.
I will never forget the time the Super Bowl was played there, Dino, and Jeff and I blew up because Jerry Jones screwed up with the seating arrangements. Oh, gosh.
Okay, let me ask you this. Why hasn't AT&T Stadium been a candidate to host another Super Bowl?
Probably because of that reason that Jerry
Jones...
Because
of that. Yes, because of that, Sean. I
got an interesting stat. You know how everybody loves to overrate the Packers? They won that Super Bowl in 2010, and it was at Jerry World, that particular Super Bowl, and they haven't won it since.
31-25, then things have kind of gone downhill after that.
Oh, poor baby.
And everybody's picking the Packers to finish ahead of the 3-13 Bears this year in that NFC North division.
Get out of here. How's he going to say the Cowboys could be 8-8 and the Bears are going to be 3-13?
Hey, listen, all I can say is just September 13th. It's week 1. It's the Bears-Packers at Soldier Field. Just beat the Packers, all right?
Oh,
and that's what makes football great. Is no matter what the records are, no matter there's weekly matchups that you just can't miss, and that is one of them right there.
Probably that, and then Dino, for me being a huge Patriots fan, it's always New England and Denver, and I know the Patriots travel all the way to Mile High City in November to play that New England-Denver game. I'll be looking forward to that.
And
now I gotta share.
Don't forget, we got our first football game of the year this Sunday. It's the Steelers take on the Vikings.
The Hall of Fame game.
I got to admit, though, right now, just so everybody knows, I am the biggest Peyton Manning fan in the world, but it has nothing to do with the fact that Tom Brady is a cheater, in my opinions on that.
Oh, jeez.
Seriously, before all the Spygate happened, I actually respected the rivalry, as you called it. I love the games every year. I love to see one win, the other one win. Tom Brady owned it most of the time. I love to see it. But as for the greatest quarterback to play the game that I've seen in my lifetime, I don't know how anybody can argue regular season Peyton Manning. Just don't know how.
Yeah, but it's about winning Super Bowls.
So, wait. Super Bowl is won by a team. Manning has won 4 MVPs, the most ever in NFL history. So if you're talking about positions, the greatest to ever play a position, it has to go to Manning, because when you look at 2001, 2003, 2004, it doesn't say Tom Brady won it. It says the New England Patriots won it.
I'm going to say this about Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is the best leader the National Football League has today.
Once he retires and becomes a coach, any quarterback, he could take fucking Rex Grossman, and I guarantee you he can have him 30 touchdowns, 3,000 yards. The man he knows football inside and out, unlike anybody else to ever play the game.
Peyton retired, come to Chicago, and be the Bears quarterbacks coach. We could definitely use that help with Jay Cutler right now.
But
there is no help for Cutler, real quick. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Here's what I'm thinking, Josh, out of this whole scenario with the Cowboys. The reason why they probably would put them at 8-8, because think about the epic chokes that has happened in Dallas, where it's always ended up being 8-8 for 3 straight years, 2011, 2012, and 2013. We possibly could see that again. That's why I don't even have the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs this year.
It's actually a buddy of mine bet last year that they were going to go 8-8 again to make it 4 in a row or something, and he ended up losing, but he was confident enough to make that bet.
The Cowboys might as well have the same record as the 49ers this year. I mean, let's be realistic here.
And Frank, Cowboy fans are all happy because and too, Jeff, about how, they went 12-4 last year. This is the start of something. This is the tradition of the 1990s we're talking about for the Cowboys.
Okay,
the 1990s had a pretty good defense. This team doesn't.
Well, not just that, but you can't lose to Marco Murray and try to fill him with Darren McFadden and tell me it's the same fucking offense. You just
that
can't
boss Murray's going to sting him. What do you think, Jeff?
Of course.
And especially, but the bigger point is Darren McFadden, whatever Jerry Jones was thinking, he has failed in 2 different places. Whatever's made him think that he actually has something left in the tank is beyond me.
I just have a prophecy. I just came across something. The Giants play the Cowboys Sunday night, September 13th. Suppose the Giants defense knocks Romo out and he's out for the whole season. Bye-bye for the whole season. I think that's going to happen.
Of course.
Because
what I said.
Cowboys, no, they do not have an offensive line. Their offensive line is bad, too, if you look at it.
Well, I'll tell you what, it would be great entertainment for me just to see him go down. But I got to say this, not just that, but in a weird way, I think their winning chances would go up no matter who the backup is. It's better than Romo.
Josh, Romo's out for the whole season. Josh, what do you think? Boom, out.
Yeah, good riddance.
Frank, what would you think if Romo gets knocked out?
It ain't going to make any difference. The Cowboys aren't going to win a Super Bowl.
You know what I'm gonna say if Tony Romo gets knocked out? Or when Tony Romo gets knocked out, I should say. You know what I'm going to say?
Yep.
You know what I'm going to say? So sorry, suck this.
Hey, you know, Skippy's going to be mad about it, but also Hulk Hogan's going to be mad about it. And LeBron James, they're both Cowboys.
Hey, Dino, let me ask you a question. What have you thought about this ridiculous hoopla surrounding Johnny Manziel?
Oh, yes, that one.
Well, first of all, once again, right from the beginning, I knew that the guy was going to be nothing more than an idiot and nothing more than a prop. But my favorite part of all of it is that picture they have of him rolling up the dollar bill in the bathroom, and yet people still defended him like, well, I mean, maybe he was rolling it up for a tip. What the fuck? Are we really that blind?
Dumbasses.
And the thing about Johnny Manziel is he only started in 2 games, and he played very, very bad. 2 interceptions.
I'm going to say the same thing I've been saying all year long, and I've said it about another quarterback. Him and Tim Tebow are going to be working for ESPN doing SEC football soon. Okay?
And he's right, though, because first came out, I said to everybody on my sports show that I saw nothing more than what Tim Tebow was. Same exact thing.
Nothing.
I got argued, I got emails on this all the time, but look what's happening.
Hey, just because you win a Heisman Trophy don't make you a freaking NFL quarterback, okay?
Exactly. Thank you.
And, Dino, a question I have for you. College students down at Texas A&M, where Johnny Manziel was, Johnny Manziel charged him a couple $100 for his autograph session. What's your thoughts about that a couple weeks ago?
I got to tell you, and anyone, I don't give a shit if it's Johnny Manziel, I don't give a fuck. And I've never liked the fact that they charge their fans for autographs.
That's ridiculous.
Especially the older ones.
Right.
Like, I hear stories of, like, Reggie Jackson, after he's done playing, used to, charge a lot. Nigga, you ain't nobody now, all right? So who the fuck are you to charge?
Exactly.
I always hated that.
I know. I hate that, too.
How about you when you get charged for interviews, too?
Yeah, that one.
That's worse.
Yep.
Well, you know what? That just feeds to the narcissistic fucking, sports culture that we're raising now. Somehow they're better. Somehow they need to be paid for their words.
Oh, Josh, you were angry with that. Hey, Josh, we'll do an interview, but you got to pay $50 for
Yeah, get out of here. I'm paying crap. We had freaking Ross Jones from Fox Sports NFL editor on last week, and he didn't freaking charge us to come on here. Screw you, TNA.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Josh, I felt so bad for you. You were so angry.
And on that note, we're getting the flock out of here. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. I know we did, too. Remember, we'll be back tomorrow for another edition of Sports World Radio. Until then, my friends, don't forget. Remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out. Peace out, everybody. Until tomorrow, for Frank Sprankle, Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and Dino, this has been Sports World Radio. Peace out, bitches.
Bye.
Shut up, Skip.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time? When's that?
Pretty soon. Don't worry.
Pretty soon? How long is that?
In a little while, man.
Goodbye, folks. Yeah, goodbye, folks.